Hello and welcome to another episode of our podcast. It's John and Ken. How are you, Ken?
What's up, John?
You're wearing green today.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah, you got a little Irish accent there.
You look of the Irish.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And why are we wearing green?
Because it's St. Patrick's Day coming up.
Hey, St. Patty's Day.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Have some corned beef and cabbage.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, man, and we have green beer.
We have green beer.
We're really getting into the spirit this year with things.
Looks like Ecto Cooler.
It does look like Ecto Cool, and we have an Irish whiskey this year too. So
Yes,
we're
sir.
stepping out of our boundaries here with this.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
I
What's
think
going
I
on?
look good in green.
Yes. You look wonderful, John.
I look like a leprechaun. If you see me
Yes.
standing, you'll see how short I am. So Magnify, good old Magnify with their
Yeah.
holiday beers, right?
Yes,
always. They always come around. This one is called Shamrock Shake.
Yes.
Magnify Brewing. It is their St. Patty's Day beer. It is a smoothie sour ale. So, yes, it contains the L word.
It contains the lactose, and you will be shitting green tomorrow
Yeah,
morning.
it probably will be like a teal. All right, so this is 5.5%, and it is based on vanilla ice cream, peppermint, and pandan vanilla, which is basically like an Asian vanilla.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You did your research,
I
man.
did my research.
So I actually had tried this one last year,
I've never had it.
and I liked it. And I liked it. And that when we saw the Instagram picture pop up, I'm like,
Yep.
John, I think we need this one, man.
Yeah, I went right away because you said it goes pretty fast, and I think it did.
Fast,
I think it
man.
did.
It goes fast. Let's cheers on
right.
this one, buddy.
Cheers.
Thank you for getting this, by the way.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Magnify.
Woo, minty.
Yes, you get that mint. Definitely.
That's not like a beer, dude. That's a...
This is like it's like candy in a
like a
glass.
shaker.
Yeah. It's a Shamrock Shake.
True it is.
Yes. That is good. I like what you guys did. I like that you put out what you said you're going to put out on this one. The taste is it's there. It's not heavy, although it looks like it's heavy. I mean, wow.
Look at it on the glass.
Yes, we might have to wash these glasses a few times after.
Should I have shaken it?
No.
I mean, I poured mine first, and mine's a little loose, and I look at yours, and yours is a little thick.
Yes.
I did roll it. I did roll it before I poured.
Yes.
But
I don't know.
Interesting.
It's good though. I mean, honestly, do you like it?
I like it for sharing between us.
Yeah.
Or having one can. I don't know if I can go through a whole 4-pack of this.
Yeah.
You know, this might be a 4-pack I pick up, and one for you, one
Yes,
for me, one
absolutely.
for my name, one for
Yeah.
my wife. My wife liked it.
Yes. Yes, it's not heavy at all. It's good
No,
for
not
someone
at
who's
all.
not really into drinking beers all the time.
Yeah.
I'm getting those flavors. I'm getting that minty shake.
It's not sour.
No.
So people
no.
say smoothie sour, they think you're going to pucker up.
No,
and
but I mean, there's a little bit of tartness maybe in there, but
You
nothing
know.
overpowering at
just
all.
that peppermint and that vanilla.
Yeah.
Like it
yeah.
does taste like you took mint chocolate chip and a scoop of ice cream and threw it in a
Yeah.
blender.
Yeah. Well, I like it. I think it's good. I
Cool.
think you guys,
Absolutely.
very innovative with this one and solid. Awesome.
I'm down.
So, what are you doing for St. Patty's Day? By the way, man, you doing anything special? Because
No.
this is airing Tuesday, and we have
St. Patty's is
Day.
Friday.
Yes.
No, I'll do my corned beef and my
Yeah.
cabbage and my taters and my rye bread and my
Yes.
Irish soda bread.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll have a beer.
All right.
Not a Guinness.
Not a Guinness.
Not a Guinness. Regular beer. Maybe
If
I have another can of that. Maybe I'll have this.
If I end up at an Irish pub, then I'll have
Yeah,
Guinness.
absolutely.
Because it kind of makes sense.
For St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if I go to an Irish pub, sometimes I get a Guinness anyway because I just
Yeah.
feel like that's the right thing to do.
Exactly.
And you know it's fresh. Like if we go to a Blarney station in East Rutherford,
Yes,
you
absolutely.
have to get a Guinness
Well,
when you go there.
I find myself often getting black and tan or half and
I like
half.
a black and tan.
And half and half if you're doing Harp or
I like a black and blue.
a black and blue with the blue moon, huh? Yeah. I don't know if I've actually ever had a black and blue.
Black and blue's pretty good.
Yes.
I like to give black and blues too.
Yes,
So
I
don't get loud.
I
with
had
me.
met Ike Turner the one time, but yes, I'd probably be doing the same thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No parades or anything like that.
No. I'm not. You know.
I know coming here driving through Morristown, their parade was this past Saturday, and I heard it was pretty lit.
The weather wasn't that great though, was it?
No, but people just show up, man. It don't
Yeah.
matter. I mean, you know,
I guess
those St. Patrick's Day is obviously you're not just parading. It's not
No.
like Thanksgiving and you're drinking while you're parading.
If there's beer, yes. I think with most people, if there's beer involved, you can shelter in place with. There's plenty of bars in Morristown.
Oh, yeah.
Which is about 20 minutes from here. So yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I think it's another day for everyone to kind of go out with their friends and listen. I love Irish music. That's like one thing that you might not know about me. I actually have plenty of Irish music, like the Dubliners on my phone, that I listen to. Yes, I still listen to MP3s on my phone.
You do the jig too, the Irish
Yes.
jig where?
Oh yeah, they used to call me Crazy Legs.
Ooh,
Ask
Crazy
Ruben.
Legs.
Ask Ruben.
Kenny Crazy
yeah,
Legs.
Yeah, Kenny Crazy Legs.
I like
yeah.
it.
So yeah, I mean, as far as parade goes, I don't know. I don't really do that. It's a little too chaotic for me.
Yeah, too much.
I mean, there's been a lot going on with these parades, and what was it, Staten Island or one of those areas? There was a big thing with the because the gay march in the St. Patrick's Day parade and everything, and I mean, what's your take on all that, man? How do you feel about? Do you feel like they're stealing the thunder? Are they making it about them? Listen. I understand, and nothing against gays. And we know you own the rainbow, but does that mean that you? Does that mean that you have to take it from the wee leprechaun like that on St. Patty's Day?
I do feel a little bit that they steal the thunder a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Why it has to be such a big deal on the St. Patrick's Day parade?
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, I think it is a whole rainbow thing. I think that's what it is.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Whatever. I mean, it's a good mix of people.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm not Irish. I'm not
Yeah.
homosexual, so it doesn't matter to me. We're just people. We
But
can all intertwine and just be ourselves.
Well, let me ask you
and
this,
that's
though,
the best part.
because you're Italian.
And St. Patrick was Italian. By the way.
Yes, which we discussed last year. You check out that episode from last year. But if there was the same thing going on at Columbus Day Parade or something like that, an Italian or if Santa Claus was coming, maybe you don't have to even bring Italian into it. If Santa Claus was coming to town and they had a big parade going on,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. My whole thing is this.
I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to say,
We're not anti this, anti that.
No.
Whatever you choose in life, that's what you choose. But the whole thing is, though, I've seen it, with sometimes, at least if there's they actually have the gay pride parade and everything, and some of them dress a little scandaloso,
I wouldn't bring my children.
Yes, that's the whole
that.
thing.
I wouldn't bring my children.
When there's whips and things going on there, and and they have some S&M things going on. I don't know how comfortable I'd feel with my son.
And it's not just a gay pride parade. I mean, Coney Island does like a mermaid parade in the early summer or late spring, whatever, and it's just like half-naked women parading, which is good for me and you, but I'm not bringing my children. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with gay, lesbian, black, white, blue. You know what I mean? It's just it's the beginning of summer parade.
Yeah.
And they call it the Mermaid Parade, and it's like I said, it's good for me and you. I wouldn't bring my kids.
Would you dress up as a mermaid?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Would you have
I'd be Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah and Splash?
Yeah, the hottest mermaid ever in the world.
I just never understood how, outside of the water, she grew legs. I mean, it was kind of like, whoa,
that's the mermaid. That's what happened.
Yeah, it was like a metamorphosis going on there.
Yeah. They're remaking. I heard they're remaking that.
Oh yeah,
but it's going to be a merman, not a mermaid.
Merman.
Yeah. Are you opposed or? That's a classic.
Well, listen, man. If it's something I'm not going to be into, I just won't watch it.
Yeah, true.
It's not like
let them waste their own money.
Yeah. How much? What's their budget on that one? Hopefully, it's not more than $1 million.
but I mean, there's the gay pride parade. There's the St. Patrick's Day parade. There's
Yes.
Puerto Rican Day parade.
Yes.
There's
That's exactly. But now with there being a gay pride parade,
separate.
You need to.
It's separate. You don't need to kind of make the St. Patrick's Day parade your thing.
So without us telling us our take necessarily, I think you can kind of understand our take on it. We kind of.
That's why I said it's a touchy subject because you don't want to piss anybody off, and I am not against anything LGBTQZYXZ. I don't know the letters anymore. I'm not trying to be funny about it, but
He's not against the alphabet.
I'm not against the alphabet. I just like when people like if just keep it to your own thing.
Yeah.
And we're cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like when things start getting intertwined.
Well, I don't like that the innocence is being taken out of everything, especially, in school with my kid and everything and what's being, just let kids be kids. I see, like, these sometimes they have these drag things with, like, 8-year-olds dressing like drags. And, like, I don't know about, just let the kids be kids. Let them play ball in the street. Let them do their thing. I don't know. I feel like, I feel, and especially with parents nowadays, I find that a lot of times parents try to, they overkill it with their kids. If you want to like boys, you like boys. If you want to like just let them be damn kids.
Let them be kids.
Yeah, right. Like don't they don't need to worry about
They'll
that.
They'll figure
right
that shit out later.
Exactly. And sometimes I feel like parents just feel like they need to overpressure, just so that you want your kid to be comfortable with certain things, but. Cross that bridge when they hit puberty. Let's not do this when they're 7 years old, 6 years old. You don't need to dress them up. Yeah. Just let them do, be them.
I mean, even like the New York City, like the Halloween parade in New York City. I mean, that gets like a little exotic. Yeah. And it's like the freaks come out at night, I guess, you know. But it's I can't bring my kids to like that.
Yeah, I know.
The New York City Halloween parade. I
know.
They're gonna see shit that's gonna give them nightmares.
That's true.
Gonna give me nightmares.
Yes, it's not, and it's not necessarily a gay thing with that.
No, it's just the freaks. It's freaky people.
Yeah, scary people. People dressing up like weirdos. But
the only place you don't see that is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they probably regulate that.
The words just came out of your mouth. Yeah. I was drinking. I was gonna say it's probably regulated.
It's regulated.
Yeah. It's a whole different.
But
animal.
it's a televised. I don't believe the St. Patrick's Day Parade is a televised event.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe in certain states.
I know the Puerto Rican Day Parade is a televised event.
Yes,
the Columbus Day Parade is a televised event. I never noticed if the St. Patrick's Day was.
I don't know.
Did you see another controversial thing is Tennessee has banned drag shows.
Tennessee has banned.
If I read that correctly, I believe they banned drag shows.
Well, not everywhere's New Jersey, not everywhere's California, not everywhere, so people, when you have a majority of people that might feel a certain way, I don't know. I guess
I'm going to sound stupid.
It's more common. I don't know.
Is Tennessee considered the South, or is that more Midwest?
I would think it's South.
It's South, right?
Yeah.
It's the South.
Yeah. I would at least. I mean, I think anything though.
You would what? Outlaw?
No,
Or you would think that.
I think anything south of Trenton, New Jersey, is the South.
Yeah. Damn Southerners.
Anything over the Raritan, whatever bridge they were there, I think is the South. So that says a lot about our. We're a little ignorant sometimes, and
we are.
But
it's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun.
Words out of my mouth.
See,
yeah,
that's the problem. Is things can be said and people can be mocked sometimes if it's in good fun. Some people take shit way too seriously. Mm-hmm. Come on, we're two guys drinking green beer in a freaking basement right now. If anybody should be mocked, it should be us. So if we say stupid shit, it's all in good fun.
I didn't plan too much in this, though, John, because we can't drink our next beer out of this glass right now.
No, you can't even see what's going to go in this.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, my God. That thing is coated. So let me take, I'll take yours. You want to, those look semi-clean over there, those glasses?
Give me that. Let me finish that.
Oh, sorry.
Why don't we pour, you want to pour the beers in those?
Well, that's the bourbon ones.
All right.
Yeah, if you cheers in the microphone, does it look, I'll blow into my own. All right, good thing I have glasses all over. Let's use these ones for this next one. What do we got, John?
So speaking of freaky, this is a collaboration between Bolero Snort and District 96.
Oh, I didn't know those guys collabed together.
Yeah, so this came out a couple months ago during their Bolero's friendship. I went to with Dom.
Oh, okay.
With our beer dealer Dom and my wife.
Gotcha.
And I brought back the Seed and Bolero collaboration. This one was with District, and it's
more green beer.
Another green. Oh man, our poor toilets.
Oh my God. And we have work tomorrow. Well, you work from home tomorrow.
I work from home tomorrow.
So you'll be close to your toilet.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Uh-oh.
I can't take you anywhere. Don't worry about it. Just leave it. It's all right. Okay. So. Anything that says any facts on this here? Anything that says it's going on? Or?
All right, so this is a Kettle Sour.
All right.
And this is called Snakes in the Swamp. and it is 6.1%.
Okay.
Kettle Sour with gummy snakes, blue raspberry, coconut flakes, pineapple, and milk sugar, a.k.a. the L word.
All right.
And right away, you can tell that this is not as thick. As Ken cleans up, I apologize. I didn't think it was going to come out like that.
It's all right.
I mean, it's still bubbling. Look at the fuzz in there.
Yeah. It's got a unique head, maybe.
Right?
Unless it's just these glasses were dusty, maybe. Never drank from a dirty beer glass,
I
but
guess so.
well, you know, when you got to do what you got to do.
Look at that color.
Yeah. Green. Cheers,
Yeah,
bud.
cheers.
Thanks for getting this one, too. Tropical.
I like that.
Very tropical.
I like that.
Yeah. Papaya or something there going on, right?
So it's not as thick. Definitely taste the pineapple in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, papaya, pineapple, same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. The
Sometimes
smell.
I'm just like, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm trying to clean off this mess here.
This smells like something you're gonna get when you're like on vacation, at a bar, and it's gonna come in like a fish bowl with a straw and an umbrella.
Do you remember doing that stuff, man? Like
This is
those
nice.
hurricanes and stuff, man? Oh, my God.
Got a little bit of dust on my tongue. Yeah, no, we're good.
Little sap.
Little sap.
Yeah, I like this. I
like this a lot.
Bolero, I've seen them do some crazy stuff. You know, like those orange creamsicle, everything.
Sometimes
kinda.
it's too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too much.
So I wonder if this one you said you picked up at District 96?
No, I picked it up at Bolero.
Okay. So that makes sense then. So they probably brewed it there.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Bolero beer with District 96.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think this is the first time they made this though. I think this is
Yeah.
this has been around a little bit.
Okay.
But I like it.
It's
Snakes
good.
in the Swamp. If you
Solid.
ever
Snakes on a plane.
Snakes
Yeah.
on a plane.
Yeah.
Snakes on a mother.
So let me ask you, John. How was it waking up this morning? I guess it's not a big deal because it's not a work day, but tomorrow you're going to feel it. Well, once again, you're
When I
working
woke
from
up
home.
this morning, I got myself a gun.
Were you like?
You get it?
I do.
right.
I do. Little Sopranos there. Yeah.
Cheers.
So with daylight savings time today, we're filming today. It's a Sunday. We're releasing this in 2 days, which will be a Tuesday, and this is the tough daylight savings time. This is the one where I'm kind of
where you
like
lose sleep.
This is where you lose sleep. The other one, you're like, oh yes, I could sleep late, but I welcome this one because I like daylight.
Now we're gonna get more light. Yeah.
Exactly. I love the daylight. I like to be able to. I like feeling like my day is longer because
Yeah.
I always feel like there's not enough time in a day.
I mean, it's almost 6 o'clock at night and it's still light outside.
Yes. So yeah, it's pretty cool that. So I go to my wife last night. I said it was like maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I said, "Do you mind if I just change all the clocks now, just so we can kind of get used to it already?" And she's like, "Go for it." She's like,
Was it that, or so you can put your son to bed? Look, if we put it at 6 o'clock, he usually goes to bed at 7.
"Yeah."
We can kind of sneak it and put him to bed now.
That's what
We'll
we
never
did.
know.
No lie. We had a busy day yesterday, so he was actually good to go early. So I say that to her. She goes, "I already changed the coffee machine clock." So
Nice.
I said, "All right." I went all around the house. I'm like, change this clock, whatever. So that mentally I was getting there already.
Right.
I went to bed at I went to bed at 10 o'clock.
New time or old time?
Old.
Yesterday's time or today's time?
It was old time.
Okay.
Just to clarify, that's
Yeah.
all. So it was, so it would be 11 o'clock new time, which is
Right.
maybe around the time I was exhausted though.
Yeah.
We had a busy day yesterday. So I went to bed and I actually fell asleep. You don't realize how often sometimes how tired you really are,
Yep.
but you are just kind of like, no, I'm not going to bed now. You're like watching a show that you don't even care to watch, or you're on your phone and you're messing around and you're like, you should be going to bed, but you just don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I actually went to bed, so that was good. I got some sleep, and I woke up at maybe a half hour later than on the new time, that is, then I should be waking up. So
Right.
say I should be waking up at 7, I woke up at 7:30, new time. Yeah. So with a 5-year-old, you get used to it.
I know.
Yeah. So you hit John has twins, so you know.
No, I'm out of that stage, thank God.
Yeah. So
Sundays, I usually sleep in, and sleeping in to me is like 9:30,
yeah.
10, if I'm lucky.
Wow.
This morning when I woke up, the clock said 11 o'clock a.m. And I shut up and I was like, the day's done already.
Yes.
I got so much shit to do.
I wish.
Really, in reality, it was 10 a.m. from the other,
Yeah.
So when I had a busy day as well. And what happened with me was we went to dinner at my parents' house yesterday.
All right.
Well, so let me start early. I was up early, now I'm into the sports in town.
Yes.
Basketball's ending, softball's starting, so we're trending into each other. So I had a busy day between both sports. I got home about 4 o'clock from what I had to do, and I poured myself a little chocolate porter that I had in the fridge, and I was like, you know what, I'm in the mood for a little something.
Yeah.
I got about half of it, and I was like, I'm just not into this.
Yeah.
So I opened up an IPA, and I drank it, and I was like, I'm not into this. I'm craving wine. Is that freaking weird?
Yeah.
I was craving wine. So I went into the wine rack, and I pulled out a bottle. We went to my parents' house. We had dinner. It was my stepmother and my wife's birthday last week. Happy birthday to both of them.
Happy birthday.
We had dinner. I popped up a bottle of wine. I drank the whole bottle. Got home, passed right out.
Yeah.
Wine puts me to sleep like that.
Oh, yeah.
Put 11 o'clock this morning, which would be 10 yesterday, 11 o'clock today. I freaked out. I'm like, oh, my God. It's...
We had something in common yesterday, though, John.
Did you drink wine?
I drink sangria.
Same. Yeah.
I drank 2 glasses of it,
Awesome.
actually. 2 glasses.
Homemade, or you went out?
No. We went to Somerville here in New Jersey.
Super Savers?
No, not the Super Saver. We went to Salted Lime. Good food, man.
Oh, cool.
Legit Mexican stuff.
Yeah.
Which I love how everything nowadays, it's like they just take Latin food and combine everything.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, it's a Mexican joint, but they have like Cuban, Puerto Rican dishes, everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Or the Mexican hamburger.
Like, what are you trying to say? That Mexicans and Cubans and Puerto Ricans are all the
all the
same?
same
No,
shit.
come on. Because they had quesadillas. I had quesadillas, but then they have like yuca. They have like things that are sangria, which is Spanish.
We have this quesadilla stuffed with ropa vieja
with ropa.
with a little side of General Tso's chicken.
Yes, that's when you know it's owned by someone who's not even any kind of Latino,
yeah.
Hispanic, or
Yeah.
anything. When it's-
Charlie Smith in the back going, hey, guys.
Hey, so we're gonna do a quesadilla and tacos. We're gonna be delicious, and we're gonna put some chimichurri and skirt steak
yeah.
on those tacos.
Yeah, call me Pedro.
Yeah.
Real name's Pete Smith. Call me Pedro.
Yes, I mean I don't
Smito.
mind it. I don't mind the mating of different cultures.
No, man.
It's cool. I like having Korean beef tacos. They're freaking fantastic.
Never had one.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good stuff.
So the beef in Korea is a little, I guess, better than the
It's-
beef in America?
No, you silly Sally. It's the way they prepare it. It's what they put on it. It's the marinades and all that fun stuff, Yeah.
Yeah, I drank a whole bottle of wine, man.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed every drop. 19 crimes.
Do you get a hangover with wine or no?
I usually do, but I popped 3 Tylenol before I went to sleep because I know I would wake up at 1, and I woke up just fine. A little late for my taste. Just
Yeah.
fine, sorry.
That's so sticky.
Going off the subject, though, speaking of Korea,
Yes.
there is a show on Netflix,
All right.
The Perfect 100. Have you seen it or heard about it?
No.
I just finished it. It's about 8 episodes. It's the 100 most fit people in South Korea. And they do this contest where it's like to see who the perfect body is, like the perfect person. And it's things where like they wrestle or they fight for a ball or they had to pull like a 100-ton
Are
ship.
you suggesting that me and you fly to Korea and do this contest right now?
Yes.
That's what I thought you were saying.
Yes.
Because you have 2 of the most fit people right here.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. Don't make me take off my shirt and show you my 12-pack.
Sounds pretty cool, man. I guess
It's a really cool. It's
an
dubbed.
interesting concept.
It's
Yeah.
English dubbed because it's a
Yeah.
Korean show. But like seeing guys that are like jacked,
Yeah.
jacked up against like this dude who's like he's a cyclist. Mm-hmm. And the cyclist guy has like so much more endurance
Yes.
and skill and power than the dude that's jacked. Because the dude that's jacked's only good for one thing. He can lift heavy things.
Yes.
But he's not quick on his feet.
So they're all good. It's almost like MMA for...
Yes, there was
Yeah.
a popular Korean MMA fighter.
Yeah.
There was the strongest man in South Korea.
Yeah.
There was a guy who's just a CrossFit
Let me give
guy.
the finger to the...
You know, yeah. There were women.
Yeah.
You know, a stunt girl. You know, like it was one guy that was just part of like a rescue mission that his expertise is like climbing mountains and ice.
Yeah.
So when it came to a competition like that, like he was dominant over a guy that was like. So it was really, really cool.
Sounds cool, man.
It was. I enjoyed
I was
it.
like something new. I like, I feel like
I'm getting into those Korean
shows.
man.
It's like Squid Games, man.
They started it, and I don't mind watching like the dubbed stuff. And
they opened the door right there, you know, and you're walking in it. So, it seems pretty cool. I'll have to check it out. I think the latest thing I watched that was pretty damn good was with Stanley Tucci, that Inside Man. I don't know if you watched
I love that show. Yeah,
it was good, man.
Absolutely. It didn't end the way I wanted it to end.
I
hope there's
continue
more.
I think they'll continue.
I hope there's more.
I feel like they will. Check that one out, guys. As well as the Korean one.
Did you watch Chris Rock's new stand-up?
I did. I actually did. I watched it.
My man.
What did you think?
My man said what everybody was thinking.
Yeah. Yes, he did. And it was almost like they're just short of a year because the Oscars is coming out today.
Is it the Oscars today?
I think it is.
I don't watch it, sorry.
So it's been a year. I guess he wanted to get it released before that year, kind of like just to beat them to it, and just all the jokes that might happen. He's like, I'm going to be the first to do it. So it makes sense that he would want to do it sooner.
It's basically the first time he gave his side of the story.
Yes, it is. He's been cool with it. He just not, he didn't necessarily knock Will Smith as a person, as a actor necessarily. He actually said he has the utmost respect for him, but
he made fun of the situation.
He made fun of the situation, and he blamed his wife.
Well, yeah,
that's the way I looked at it.
He went into their relationship a little bit,
Yes, he there were some jabs there. There was definitely some jabs there.
Let me do an interview with the lady that cheated on me.
I didn't know it was with like one of the friend's sons. So.
Oh yeah, the guy was like living at their house. Wow. It was like a weird situation.
Yeah,
and if I think he knew about it the whole time, and he just I don't know.
It seems like an interesting.
It's an odd. Their family's weird, man. Their family's totally weird.
Yeah, they're a little off.
The daughter, the son, everything's like strange in that family.
Yes, it's almost like
except the older son, where he's like the cool son. Where
it's like they're Mormons, but it's the wife that gets to have all the
fun.
Husbands.
Yeah. I don't know,
but,
especially if that stuff comes public. And then you got video of him, like her interviewing him, and like, how'd you feel about it? That I slept with. Did you watch that?
I did.
It was like a one-on-one. It's like, how'd you feel about it? And he's crying. I'm like, what do you mean? How'd I feel about it? I would have jumped across the table and been like, what do you mean? How'd I feel about it?
And I think that's what it was with Will Smith. I think that
it's a lot of built up.
It was so built up. He was feeling all the pressure of being there, and he was about to receive a big award, and he. It's such an emotional mess, roller coaster, pressure, more pressure. He's got someone on stage picking fun. There was a little beef before there, I guess, with Jada and Chris Rock or something, because Jada had felt that
she was disrespected already.
Well, she pretty much said that Chris Rock should have banned the Oscars himself because of what happened to with the Academy, everything that was going on.
Chris Rock's married to a white woman, by the way.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot going on there. The human minds, the emotions, everything. They can get the best of you. In a public setting like that, I think he should have tamed himself a little bit.
We talked about it last year when it happened. He looked like he was into it until he looked at her and she had that bitch face on, like. Yeah. You better go do something about that.
Yeah, and
I'm sure he instantly regretted it.
And Chris Rock didn't shy away from saying anything bad about her. He did not keep her name
at his mother. Right.
Yeah. But just so you guys know, before you watch it, it's only like 5 minutes of him talking about it.
Yeah.
Most of it.
He did a stand-up special, and he just did a little portion talking about that.
You know what?
And that's what people are waiting for. We were waiting for it to come out.
You know what I found that was awkward, though? He said, my mother's in the crowd. And then he's talking about banging women and this and that. And I'm like, oh, my God, but your mother's in the crowd.
Yeah, but that's what makes him his money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what bought Mommy that big house. That's what
I
bought
know.
Mommy that nice car. That
I know.
she
Should
rolled
I
out
keep
there.
on going?
Keep on.
You keep banging those hookers.
Yeah. Chris Rock, you better slap a bitch so I need a paycheck.
I need a paycheck.
I wiped your ass for how many years?
Yeah.
But if you haven't checked it out, watch it. It's pretty funny.
It's
His
funny.
take on everything.
It's
You
funny.
know, keep whipping them. Keep getting them.
Yeah. But it was good. It was good. I liked it.
Me too.
I actually saw him. I was at Comedy Cellar. I don't know if I mentioned this to you.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, he just shows up sometimes.
Yes,
yeah.
I was at Comedy Cellar. I didn't even know he was going to be there. He was a surprise guest, and I was on McDougal Street in Manhattan, in the Village, and they're like, oh, we have a special guest tonight, guys, Chris Rock. And I'm like, yeah, all right, sure. And I'm just sitting there drinking my beer, and then I see Chris Rock coming on stage, and I was like, are you really? I thought that was part of the skit.
Nope, that's what they do.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, but he wasn't that good.
So he wasn't that good.
No.
Well, he was trying his new shit.
He was trying his new shit. He looked like he was stoned out of his mind.
Well, probably was.
Yeah, it was just him experimenting and whatever. But it was still cool to say, hey, I saw Chris Rock.
Remember when I saw David Tell?
Yeah.
I think we talked about that too.
We went to the Comedy Cellar another time. We walk out. And if you guys don't know who Dave Attell, he did Insomniac.
Yes.
He's done a couple things. Funny dude. And we're walking past.
Yeah, he was sitting at the bar by himself. He must have been writing jokes. And I just started knocking on the window going, David Tell, David Tell. And he's like, waved that thing. I kept knocking,
John
David Tell.
would not stop.
David Tell. And he looked and he was like, all right. David Tell. He ripped up his notepad, threw it, and then he left the bar and he walked down the street. Basically like, F you, I can't even be left alone.
I just wanted to be by myself.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of being a celebrity, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
But a little tip for anybody who does like to go to the Comedy Cellar. Tuesday nights is usually when the a celebrity stops down and practices their new stuff.
I can't remember which night
Chris
it was
Rock,
when I
Sal
went.
Vulcano,
Yeah.
David Tell,
It's cool, and there's a lot of regulars there. I used to see Colin Quinn there all the time.
he's still there all the time.
Yeah, and I would. There's the cafe upstairs, the Olive Tree or whatever it is, upstairs, and I mean, you could literally. It's happened to me a couple times where I was sitting at one table and Colin Quinn was sitting at the table right next to me.
Yeah.
Like, say it was one big bench, Colin Quinn's right there, and I'm like, it's Colin Quinn.
I think those guys are such big stars. They just walk downstairs and they're like, hey, I just want to do this. And
Yeah.
the other comics are like, yes, sir.
Yeah,
And the owner's
yes.
like, yeah, give us 20 minutes, no problem.
Yes, exactly. Although when he did it, it was a long time when Chris Rock did it, but. But it was, it's cool. You see a lot of people, you see a lot of celebrities over there. I've actually have some celebrities some of the comedians are pretty cool where even after the show, they'll hang out outside the front and just, you shoot the shit with them,
Right.
It's a good time. We got to go back there, man.
We do.
It's been too
Absolutely.
long. It's been too long.
Let's keep with the Irish.
Yes.
What do you got there for us
We
today?
are doing,
This is not
for the
bourbon.
first time on our Speakeasy podcast, we are doing an Irish whiskey. Why? Because we're celebrating
St. Patty's Day.
We have a nice Redbreast 12-year.
Redbreast?
Yes, Redbreast. This is good Irish whiskey.
I'm not a big fan of Irish whiskey.
It's aged 12 years.
try this.
Yes. And it's coming in at 40% alcohol. It's not as strong as some
Are you
good,
Russian? You're Russian now?
the good bourbon that could be stronger.
It is St. Vladimir's Day.
Yes. We'll take a small sip.
Small sip, yeah.
Yes. There we go. I got all the accents today, buddy.
Don't smell bad.
No.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
To me, a whiskey is a shot, whereas bourbon is a drink. What is this Irish whiskey? You still sip this?
I sip it, yes. Okay. I sip it, yes.
Okay.
This is a good one, though. This is not. We're not taking shots of like. I mean, I shouldn't even say Jameson, but like a cheap Irish whiskey.
Right, because you don't sip Jameson. It's basically a shot.
I sip it. I will sip it. But tell me what you think. Sip it yourself. See what you think. You can be like, I like Irish whiskey.
Very subtle, Mrs. Esther House.
It's very subtle.
I like this. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
When I go to like weddings and stuff like that, for the longest time, it's been years since I've been to a wedding, but this is what I drank. I'm like, give me some Jameson. I would just sip on it throughout the night.
I wonder if all the bourbon we've been drinking have changed my taste in whiskeys and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was
Do you wonder?
100%
Yes, it has.
against whiskey.
Yeah, it has. I mean, it's whiskey. It's all whiskey, and that's the whole thing. Everything is whiskey.
True.
But once again, with bourbon, bourbon is whiskey, but whiskey is not bourbon necessarily.
Right.
Yeah.
Bourbon's whiskey with flavor.
Like
There's
it?
no burn. Yeah, I like this a lot, to tell you the truth.
Well, with Irish whiskey, they really dilute it down. So this proof might have been, could have been
leprechaun piss?
120, and they just add water, man. Just water.
No, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's good. Redbreast is pretty well known in the Irish whiskey industry.
Love a good red breast.
Yes, and my bottle is almost empty. I've had this for years. So you can see my Irish whiskey intake, though, if I've had this for years, probably about at least 10 years,
So you're giving
has
me
gone
stale
down.
whiskey.
Yeah, it has gone down, but because this is lasting that long, and any bourbon, I'm going through bottles like a lot faster. But anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the drink back in the day we used to do? We used to dump the whiskey inside the... Was it whiskey inside the Guinness?
Irish car bomb.
Irish car bomb, right?
Yes.
You-
Which, if you go to like a true Irish pub and you say, "Can I have an Irish car bomb?" and they're straight from Ireland, they would be offended.
Would they really?
Yes, it's because that's like it's got some bad like connotation, whatever
okay.
to like it's like not a good thing. I
Okay.
think,
So it's an American thing. Let's just try to get drunk faster.
Yes.
Okay.
So Irish car bomb is it's like a half a pint of Guinness, and then you have, or is it a full? No, I think it can't be a full.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
Because
it's a
you have
half.
to drop the whole glass
and then
in.
you got your Irish whiskey. Say it's a Jameson, and then they put a little bit of Bailey's on top, or they mix it in sometimes. Depends who's
Right.
pouring it. You drop it in and you
shoot it
down
back,
it
yeah,
basically. Yeah, we used to do those all the time back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Right next to the Jaeger bombs too.
Oh, yeah.
Jaeger
And the
bomb.
Dr. Peppers.
Dr Pepper Slammers.
Remember Dr. Pepper Slammer? Was that what was it, like Coors Light or Miller Light or Bud Light with
With a shot of
Jaeger.
amaretto.
amaretto? Was it amaretto?
Yeah.
Amaretto.
Yeah,
Oh,
amaretto.
Imagine doing
yeah.
that today?
Yeah,
Oh, no way.
and it tasted just like Dr Pepper too.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, not anymore.
No, sir.
I can't even look at someone have it now. I'll probably puke.
Now we just sit back and we sip our old
Yes.
man stuff. And
You can see the times have changed. We're getting old.
The times they are a changing.
Yes.
Well,
happy St. Patrick's Day.
happy St. Patrick's
Shout
Day.
outs, buddy.
Shout out to Magnify Brewing for Shamrock Shake.
All right.
You kind of greased up our glasses. Like, I don't know,
Yes,
our glasses are a mess, but
Yes, I'll have to put those in a dishwasher now.
it was still good. Bolero Snort and District 96 on
Yeah.
the Snakes in the Swamp.
Yes.
That was a really
Pretty really.
tropical drink. Pretty really. It was pretty really. Shout out to everybody who goes to the parades. The gays, the lesbians, the Irish, the non-Irish, the black, the white.
The LGBTQ
ABCDEFGs.
And shout out to our Irish whiskey Redbreast. Shout out to
Chris Rock. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Watch that special. It's pretty cool.
Keep putting people's wives' names in your mouth. Yes.
Yeah. Just
Yes.
not mine.
Yes. And
Shout out to all the leprechauns out there. Eat your Lucky
Yes.
Charms, drink your Guinness and your corned beef.
just keep
and,
away from your Lucky Charms.
Yes, sir.
Johnny, cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
And as always, cheers to
to
you
you.
guys.
Like, subscribe.